Welcome back to the 24 Days of Personal Branding Challenge. It's day 21, and today you'll learn everything you need to know about personal brand scents. You'll learn what a personal brand scent is, why you should have one, how to choose yours, and how to use it. I am so excited for this. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while now. I think it's such a unique way to add something extra special to your brand and to help you be even more remembered and to stand out. So a couple of updates / reminders before I get into everything. First off, I still have a couple of spots open for the 15-minute one-on-one coaching calls that I'm doing. Those are completely free. Basically, you'll tell me about your current personal brand, your business, what you have going on, and I will give you feedback. I'm using these to get better insight on what you guys need more support with. I'm in the process of creating a new offer just related to personal branding. So that's why I'm doing these, but it will also help you. You'll walk away with actionable, what are the next things that you should do in order to specifically position you as a leader in your niche online. So if you want to grab one of those spots, just click the link in the show notes or in the description, depending on where you're watching or listening to this, and you'll be able to hop on a 15-minute Zoom call with me. I am continuing to do these live trainings inside of the Facebook community. That is also linked in the show notes or in the description. Every Tuesday at 9 a.m. PST. So I'm doing the full training of each of these challenge lessons. And then that full training will go on the podcast on Thursdays, and a recap episode will go out on Tuesdays. So the recap for this episode, if you just want the short one or you want to go back at some point and just get a reminder of what your brand scents are, you can always go in and listen to that. If you want the workbook that I'm going to refer to in this training and that I refer to throughout the entire challenge, just sign up for the actual challenge on my website. That is also linked in the show notes. You just need to put your name and your email, and you'll get access to all the replays. It'll have links to all the full episodes, the recap episodes, and you'll be able to download all the workbooks there. And that's all I have. Okay. So let's get into what are brand scents. So brand scents are 1 to 3 scents, fragrances associated with your personal brand. Scents can be used to create a more memorable brand that ultimately leads to more sales. Your personal brand scent is an additional layer to creating a truly memorable personal brand that makes people feel the way you want them to feel. You can use your personal brand scent in physical spaces related to your business, physical gifts or products, and in the scent you wear or use in your home every day. So if you've ever walked into an Abercrombie, you know what a brand scent is. That smell that they pump out at you, that is a brand scent. But a lot of hotels, other businesses use it in just a more subtle way. And you can use it for your own brand too. So scents have they trigger memories, they trigger emotions, and they help trigger that memory. It's almost like how music can bring you back to a certain moment. When you smell the smell of like chocolate chip cookies baking, that might bring you back to your mom or your grandma making you cookies in your childhood. And that is the kind of thing that you want people to associate with you. Because say you make your brand scent vanilla, and we're going to get into how to choose it and all of that. But let's just say for now, you do that and you really establish that you always have it when you speak. That's the scent you wear. When you send out client gifts, you give them vanilla scented candles. So you just have a lot of different, whenever people experience you in any kind of physical way, they smell that scent, right? So then when people go, say, candle shopping or perfume shopping, and they smell something that has vanilla in it, they're going to think of you, which is obviously a good thing. Anything we can do to get our clients or potential clients to be thinking about us is obviously a positive thing. So as always, if you want to get the workbook for this that I'm going to go through now, just sign up for the free challenge. Like I said, just put your name and your email. And let's get into it. You're going to be using the answers information that you created from day 7, which was values, day 8, which is your Pinterest mood board, and day 9, which is your vibe. You might also want to reference your colors that you chose as well. I think that out of these, the most important is probably day 9, your vibe. Okay. So in the workbook, I put a graphic that I found online, but there's a couple of benefits of having personal brand sense. So number 1, it's going to help you with brand recognition. It's going to help you be more memorable and easily identifiable. It helps people get to know you. So a scent is just an extension of who you are, who your personal brand is. And if you can be strategic about it, and have it also tell a story about you, that's going to help people know you even quicker. Positioning. It's going to position you as a leader with a cohesive brand. So that's going to help you build trust. If you're consistent in anything, even if that's the scent you put out, which might sound crazy, that's just going to position you as that much more elevated. If whenever you send out client gifts, or if you have your own product line and it's all scented in the same scent, people are going to start associating that with you, right? So all those things together just help position you as a leader. It's also going to help you attract the right audience, and because you're being so strategic about the image that you're putting out and the feeling that you want to evoke. So different scents bring out different feelings in people, and we're going to get more into that. But if you can help make your client or ideal client feel the way you want them to feel, they're going to associate that feeling with you, right? And if you can do that just by the scent you have on, then that's obviously going to be a benefit to you, right? Because then it's not something you have to constantly think about. How do I help my people feel this way? It's just something that's like set up in there, kind of like your video background. Once it's set up, you're good to go, right? And it's continuously helping you. So let's get into some of the statistics about what they call scent marketing. So customers spend 20% more in scented spaces. So if you've ever wondered why places like Abercrombie pump out that smell, it's because their customers actually spend more because of that. Pleasant scent lifts up mood to 40%. I don't know about you, but if I'm in a happy mood, I'm much more likely to buy things than if I'm not in a great headspace. I just want to go home and be left alone, right? Customers linger 44% longer in the presence of scent. So that's probably why they end up spending more in those spaces, because they're spending more time there. Scented areas are perceived as higher end and luxurious. So if you ever go into like a Lush store, it has that smell. But if you also go into like a Chanel or some other designer store, it's not going to smell bad. Like sometimes I've gone into department stores and they just smell really weird. and it makes you not want to be there for very long, especially if you're sensitive to smell. But if you're trying to be perceived as high-end and luxurious, this is definitely something that you want to consider adding to your personal brand. So 75% of all of our emotions are due to smell. Scent also increases employee alertness, mood, and productivity, so it can be used inside of office spaces as well. 63% of MRI patients who inhaled a vanilla aroma reported reduced anxiety before procedure. So it not only affects how they're kind of thinking, but how they're actually feeling internally. That's why essential oils are so powerful, because it can literally change someone from feeling anxious or angry or unfocused to helping them actually focus. So now this is just then using it to help people feel the way you want them to feel about you and your brand. This is kind of a cool statistic. A convenience store that started pumping the smell of coffee near the gas pump saw coffee purchases increase by 300%. So that is part of that reminder thing. I don't know about you, but every time I go into a store or a mall, and I am gluten-free, so I can't have them, but I smell that Cinnabon and I definitely think they pump it out, the smell of it. I should have looked that up, but if I could eat those, I would probably eat it every time I went to the mall, right? Just because you smell it. So then it's not, you don't just see it, but then you're actually smelling it. So it's hitting two different senses. And the more senses that you can hit on someone, the more you're going to catch their attention, be remembered, and ultimately make them feel how they want to feel. And if it's a positive feeling, they want to feel more like that. So then they are more likely to go in and buy from you or work with you or whatever that looks like. When you see the Cinnabon, you might be like, don't really need it, but then you smell it, and that kind of takes you to the next level of, okay, now I'm gonna get one, right? Because you start to feel that kind of like happy feeling of like remembering how good they are, and like maybe a positive experience you've had eating them. I know for me, I remember one time when I was a kid and my dad took me to the mall and he got me those mini Cinnabons. And so like, it always reminds me of him. So obviously that makes me happy. And it's just, scents are really powerful like that. A couple of well-known brands that use scent besides Abercrombie is Rolls-Royce. I think I butchered that. Burger King, United Airlines, Disney, Cinnabon, Samsung, Dunkin' Donuts, Hyatt Place, Westin, Hallmark, Hershey, Hilton, Pandora, Caesar's Palace, the Hard Rock. I don't know if you've ever been on a United flight. This is going to sound so weird. I actually didn't realize that they, I don't know, publicly said that they use the scent, but if you go into their bathroom on an airplane on a United airline, their bathrooms smell so good. And it's like, I don't know, it's clearly a like created scent, like it's a air freshener of some type, but it's like something I've never smelled before. And a lot of these companies create signature scents, which is kind of like the next level of this. But if you're ever on a United Airline, go in the bathroom and smell. It'll smell really good, I promise you. One more statistic is the amount of the amount gambled in a scented Las Vegas casino increased by more than 45%. So again, people spend more, people hang out more when scents are being used. And towards the end, I'm going to go into all the different ways that once you have your scent, how you can actually use it even as a personal brand. So what you're going to do is list out your vibes and values from day 7 and day 9, especially the vibes. Those are the most important, I feel like, because the scents are really going to help you evoke those feelings in people. So you're going to list all those ones out. And then what I want you to do is find a scent that matches each of those. So I created a wheel that I called the Psychology of the Scents, and that is inside the workbook. And it basically lists a bunch of different scents and then the feeling that it evokes. So for example, orange, the scent of orange makes people optimistic. The scent of cherry makes people feel successful and confident. So if you're a very high-end brand that helps people be more successful and confident, you might use the scent of cherry for the success and confidence smell. And then you might also use, trying to find it. I know I had one on here that was for more like high end. I'm just going to read through all these really quick. So the scent of water makes you feel serene. Pistachio makes you feel joy. Coconut, comfort. White musk improves your mood. Candy, nostalgia. Pepper, excitement. Lavender makes you feel calm. Rose makes you feel love, passion. Jasmine makes you feel positive. Lily makes you feel purity. There's new beginnings. Gardenia makes you feel grace. Magnolia, joy. Grapefruit, positivity. Berries, joy. Strawberries, love, romance. Lemon, energy. Tobacco, sensual. Amber, rich, cozy. Vetiver, new beginnings. Sandalwood, trust. Cedarwood, relax. Leather, warmth, comfort. Honey is balance. Coffee is focus. Cinnamon, mood boosting. Chocolate, desire. Marshmallow, nostalgia. Vanilla, comfort. Thyme, energy. Basil, more social. Hibiscus, love. Rosemary, joy. Chamomile, calm. Mint, focus. I guess I didn't even include one like that, but if you don't find your vibe words on here, you can always just Google scent that represents and then whatever your word is, or your word and then scent. So for example, if your word was success, you could search scents that represent success or success scents, and then it'll probably pull up different things. Just list those out for now. And you can put multiple scents for different vibes, so then you have a couple more to work with in the next steps. So now that your scent associated with each of your vibes and values, now that you have those, you're going to reference your mood board from day 8 and put a check next to any of these scents that you've written down that match your mood board. So, and then if none, go back to the last question and find some more scents. But this will help you narrow it down. And how you can match a scent to your kind of aesthetic is, I mean, if you look at, I feel like you kind of just know, like, if you're a very serious corporate type company, your scent is not going to be candy, right? If you're a very playful brand, it might be candy. You can also at this point look at the colors. So certain scents are associated with different colors, and that might affect later on how you're able to use those scents. So for example, one of my scents is rose, and roses can be a light pink. And that is one of my brand colors. So that makes sense that then I would give clients candles that are rose scented and they're pink, right? So, but if I chose pumpkin, it wouldn't make sense to have a pink pumpkin candle, right? I could do white for that though. So there's always ways you can use it, white or black or neutral color, whatever you're doing. That's always an option if you're like, I really want this smell, but the color doesn't match my colors. That's something you could do with it. Now that you have your colors narrowed down, review the scents that you have left and put a check mark or cross out the ones that don't go with this. Any of the ones that you already wear, enjoy, or use. So there's certain scents that I am very drawn to. I love more like rose, vanilla, candy kind of scents. And I don't really like tobacco or really strong masculine scents, but those also probably would have gotten crossed out in the last question, that a super masculine scent wouldn't really align with my brand, right? So I want you to go through and circle the ones that you already really enjoy. Maybe you often buy candles in that scent. Like I love orange scented things, and I buy a lot of things for my home in that scent or in grapefruit. But I don't buy like pepper smelling things or I don't know. A lot of the woody ones I don't really use. So just kind of go on. You obviously want to pick a scent that is something you enjoy, right? Okay, so once you have that, you should have narrowed down your list quite a bit at this point. So I want you to review what you have left and pick one scent that's going to be your primary scent. And then you can also choose 1 to 2 secondary scents. So the way that you would kind of think about this is, in some things, you're only going to be able to use one scent. So what is that one scent you really want to say, this is my main scent? And say you're buying just regular candles, you're not creating custom ones or something, and you're going to send those to clients. This is probably the scent that you would choose for that. Or if you're going to have diffusers in an event, but you can only choose one scent, it would be your primary one. And then your secondary ones can be if you're going to create some type of custom scent, or if you're able to find a scent with these different scents in them, things like that. So, or if say you're sending a client gift box, you could have things in both scents if you're having multiple items, right? So like my scents are vanilla and rose. I could have a vanilla candle and then a rose diffuser or rose scented lotion or something like that. And that would make sense, right? Okay, so now how do you actually use these scents once you have selected them? So number 1 is on as a personal scent. So that could be anything you put on yourself. So your perfume, your body wash, body scrubs, lotion, anything you're actually putting on yourself, because then when you go out networking or you're speaking at an event and people come up to you, you're going to have that scent. And the more that we can have people associate that scent with you, the stronger that association will be, and that when they come across that scent anywhere else, they'll think of you, right? You can also use it in your personal space, in your office, in your home with candles, diffusers, air fresheners. You can choose to get it in that scent. Number two, if you have a retail space or an event space, you can use it there. So then when people come into your space, come to your event, they will smell that scent. So you could have, in those spaces, you could have candles, diffusers, air sprays, any of those kind of things. So then that just doubles down on people associating that with you. And then finally, if you're sending out client gifts or you have products that you sell. So for example, this could be if you send out client boxes, you can include, like I was saying, candles in that scent, lotions in that scent, diffusers, or if you find a skincare or anything in that scent, then it would make sense to send that to your clients, especially if it's something that you already use and love. And then if you create your own products, say you have your own tanning lotion line, or you make a lip gloss or anything like that, if that can also be the scent of your personal brand, that'll really also solidify that association that this is your signature scent for your personal brand. So that's all I have for this training. I hope this was helpful and unique to you, and that you pick a scent for your personal brand. And be sure to sign up to get the workbook, and I will see you in the next episode. All right, bye guys.